What's up everyone, it's me, Numidium3, and I'm playing Deus Ex today. So this is a game that's pretty similar to most of the games I play on this channel. It's an RPG kind of thing. It has stealth and shooter elements as well. It's also one of my all-time favorites. Also my favorite of the series. So let's go ahead. I'm going to skip the training because the training's really boring. I'm going to play it on realistic because I'm just that good. And let's watch the intro. Oh wait, before we do that, I have to distribute my skill points and stuff. Alright, there, that's my real name. So JC Denton is my code name, and I work for an anti-terrorist coalition. So I can choose what I am most skilled in. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see, I usually like to stay away from like all of these because these are just like convenience things, well except for the environmental training. Medicine. Swimming is also good. You don't use it a whole lot, but there are some places where it's really useful. But mainly, it's good to have low-tech and rifle. Just, you know, weapon stuff. Should probably train my heavy as well. Just go ahead and train all my weapon stuff except for demolition. Demolition isn't terribly useful. It just makes it so like when you're disarming explosives it takes a lot longer for them to blow up in your face. But you know, if you're experienced with this game then you probably won't need that. So yeah, like if you have these, you can just, you know, power through a lot of the game's puzzles. You know, the game has a lot of different ways of playing it. You know, you can go through the world and look for keys and stuff, or you can just, you know, use your lockpicking skill to get through a door, or use your computer skill to hack a computer. But you technically don't really need any of these skills because I think there's usually a way to get past stuff just with finding keys, and passwords, and whatnot. Alright, so let's choose my appearance. It could be white, black, Latino, ginger, albino. I like this one because he has like a scar on his face and stuff. So I'll just go with that.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience. And they're ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
So Deus Ex is a game about freezing and crashing. Nope. Okay, good. It's a game about conspiracies and cyberpunk stuff. Like, you know, people injecting themselves with a bunch of technology, using technology to do a bunch of ethically shady stuff. And so if you look at this New York skyline, you'll notice that the Twin Towers aren't there. So I mean, you could say that this game predicted 9/11 because it was made in 2000, but from what I've heard, it's a coincidence because they actually weren't able to put the Twin Towers there because of the memory limitations, I guess. This window is not capturing my mouse properly. Okay, no. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, there we go. Now it's staying inside. Alright, so I am JC Denton. I am an agent of UNATCO. I came on this boat.
My orders are to stay here.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Welcome aboard, Agent. They come this way. I got them, sir.
Oh, Paul incoming. Oh, stay away.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow. Never know when I might come up against some heavy armor. Give me the GEP gun. The GEP gun might be useful. They have a security bot on patrol near the statue entrance. Great. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue. But don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
So this is my first assignment. And we're on Liberty Island, which is also where the UNATCO HQ is. So just think about this for a minute. You know, this is my first assignment, and I'm trying to take down a bunch of terrorists that have taken up residence, like, right next door to the headquarters. I mean, sending me in alone? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It seems a lot like it's a test from someone. Maybe some conspirators want to test my abilities.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
So at the very beginning, you get the vague sense that you're being used. So here's a robot. You see a lot of these around. They are the most deadly thing you can come across. Oh, I've already been spotted. I'm great at this game. Shoot. The game freezes when I open the menus sometimes. So you get this inventory management system. So like as long as you can fit everything in this grid, you can carry as much as you want. Organize your hotkeys and whatnot. I usually try to go non-lethal because it's more fun. Although I let that guy see me, so... Oh man. I'm just doing a terrible job, aren't I?
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy's stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
I actually don't know if this guy was dead when I came here. He might have been. I was about to say, I already let one of the terrorists kill my own men. That sucks. I guess it already happened before I came here. So these terrorists are militias, homegrown militias. There's a lot of stuff that this game predicted, because you actually do have some homegrown militias operating. And they're not at the level that you know, they got to in this game. It hasn't gotten this bad yet, but they do exist. This game is very prophetic. So I've already got a crossbow, so it's completely pointless to get a crossbow from Paul. It's always best to go with the Gep gun because, you know, bots are extremely deadly.
Freight base is under lockdown till the danger's gone, Agent Denton.
Right. How you guys holding up?
UNATCO command made us pull back. I guess for Gunther's sake. What's the deal? We're ready to go in.
We're taking a minimum force approach. We're cops after all.
Ask me. I think we should frag them all. You trespass on UNATCO property, you get pumped full of lead.
When due process fails us, we really do live in a world of terror.
Thought you nanowogs were supposed to be badass killing machines. Guess I was wrong.
Guess so.
Some advice. You get out there, you're gonna have to tangle with some real sons of bitches. Best thing is to pick them off from 50 or 100 paces with a scope. I scored an extra one from a couple of thugs we dropped down by the dock. You can have it for 700 credits. I also picked up some 10mm ammo and some crossbow darts. Say 200 for one and 60 for the other.
Shouldn't you turn that stuff over to the quartermaster?
Sure, I will. As long as Command has the rest of us on parade drill, someone might as well put this hardware to use.
Here's 60 for the tranquilizer darts.
So much for that minimum force approach.
Well, yeah, it is minimum force. Because it won't kill them. Dummy. Right. I already had this code memorized. It's 0451. So here is how hacking works in this game. Now you can look around for these little data cubes, they're called. You can find passwords on them. Wait, did I get it backwards? Oh, I did. Most of these passwords are like really terrible. You would not want to use these passwords in real life. Very weak. But it's a game, it doesn't matter. They give you a button to trap yourself inside. I'm just jumping because I feel like it. No particular reason. So this is the stun baton. It's a non-lethal way of taking people down up close. There are a lot of ways you can approach this situation. You can go in, this is the front door, you can go in the front door, you can go in the back door. You can go in quietly and sneak around, or you can...
Be careful. The NSF has set up patchwork security systems here.
You can blow everyone into giblets with your GEP gun. I like to sneak around, though. Let's get some pepper spray here. I really don't know why the menu takes so long to come up. It's ridiculous. They have really
The
bad...
NSF put a commercial-grade security
vision.
bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
So both the hearing and the vision of the enemies in this game is god-awful. I think if I shoot at this box, though, he'll know that I'm here. Or maybe he'll just get suspicious. We'll see.
Found us. Fascist.
Yep. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright. I could use a GEP gun to blow that up. It's like some stuff you can break with your baton. But not everything. It all depends on like what weapon you're using and your whoops. Yeah, and your low-tech weapon skill.
Thought I saw someone. A guy in a coat.
Oh shit. I'm good at this game, I swear.
Keep looking. Something funny about that guy. $30 says I get it. Fascist. They found us.
So, as you can tell, I'm really rusty. Oh well. It's okay, because I can just go back to the medical bot that I found back here. Did I loot this guy yet? So in this game you take limb damage. So like my leg is really badly injured, so I'm a little bit slower.
I think we've got an intruder.
No, you don't. Alright, so I got plenty of pepper spray left, that's not a problem. Oh, they found me again. Alright. I'm gonna stop playing like garbage now, I promise. So basically you just have to crouch and walk everywhere like that.
Could be the law.
I want to go find that bum though. And I've got a sniper rifle. So if you look hard enough, you can find actually most of the weapons in the game in the first level. So that's fun. It's part of the reasons why this game is so good. It's just there's so much exploration you can do. Alright, so here's that bump that Alex was talking about.
It all happened an hour ago. The barge docked and the NSF moved right on in, offloading the cargo into speedboats. Our undercover man, Harley Philbin, should be somewhere out on the docks now.
Right, watch this.
I know I heard something. Who's there? Take him out.
Not quite as smooth as I planned it, but this is a really easy way to distract them. Just shoot near them.
All clear.
This is our informant.
About time you showed up. Iron and copper. The statue is copper on an iron frame, right?
Password's enough, pal. Don't think you know something about the lady I don't. My dad did tours out here.
I heard that you can get me inside.
Depends. You get your man out, take back the statue, whatever. But I know the commander and I don't want to see him get hurt. Here's a picture so you don't make a mistake.
You can trust me.
I'll take your word. Here's the key to the front entrance. Commander's not much of a soldier. He'll surrender as soon as he sees you. I need him alive because he's my main contact at the NSF. If he's dead, I don't have much of a business. Thanks. You with Philbin?
I get a cut for bringing him over.
Tell me what you know about the NSF operation.
I'm not that high level. The more elite troops, they're the ones that took over the ship and unloaded it into speedboats. I think we're supposed to be a diversion.
A ship?
That's all I know. The commander gave me a 10mm clip, a box of 30-06 ammo, and some crossbow darts and said, keep your head down. Like I'm gonna take on your NAPCO troops. Want 'em? You can have the clip for 175, the 30-06 for 300, and the darts for 50. But if I was you, I'd avoid a head-on attack altogether and not even use the key Philbin got. I'd go in the statue from the back. Less security that way.
I'll give you 50 for the darts.
The commander's the whole reason my neighborhood turned into a war zone. Somebody should stick him full of these things like a roast pig.
Do it her way. Alright, let's see. Probably not going to use the tranquilizer darts for one. Mainly just going to use this to distract people. Alright, so we're going to go in the back. We have a key to the front, but going in the back is better. Sniper guy. Wait a minute, that's... what? Is this the... so that's the back. I'm confused. Anyway. I'm supposed to go this way. The interesting thing about this game is it's about conspiracies and everything, but it's not about discovering conspiracies, because you know we already know that there's a conspiracy from the intro. We know that those two guys you know, are in control of UNATCO.
Who's there? I got this one.
Why did you turn that way?
Now this is what I signed on
Why would
for.
you do that? I need to be more careful.
Take him out.
Okay. Yeah, you can't always trust just hitting him. You have to prod with the prod. Stick with the prod with the prod.
This power box must have been damaged in the raid. Don't cross through the arcs. I'm also picking up an EMP field here. If you're not careful, it'll suck away your bioelectrical energy.
SF-001, smash the state. So now we can hack into their security system. So might be wondering why I'm picking up those fire extinguishers. Well, they're actually pretty useful. Got some weapon modifications. I don't don't think I want to use it on any of these, really. Although laser for this, that could be useful. Yeah. I typically don't use this a whole lot for actually hitting things. I just use it for distractions, so never mind. So I already researched how to, like, stop the menu from freezing.
I know I heard... Huh?
But
Take him out.
the fixes that they discussed on there didn't really do anything
He
for
can't
me.
hide for long.
Like they said, not to use borderless window mode, and I'm not using it. It's still happening. So I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. It's not like I do computers for a living. Oh wait, yes I
I swear I heard something.
When you get spotted, it's really not the end of the world. I mean, you can just really easily hide from them because they have the memory of a goldfish and the IQ of a snail. This game has everything. You got shooting, you got stealth, you got RPG, you got platforming. Just perfect. You can go over here to get some dialogue. Although you might get spotted.
Thought I saw someone. A guy in a coat. All clear.
A shame, isn't it? The French terrorist group Silhouette claims that France was wrong to give the U.S. the statue. We think they planned the bombing.
Damn Frenchies.
Wait. Quiet. Ooh.
So we got militias all over the world doing stuff because there's a big conspiracy and people are figuring it out. Oh, and the plague that they were talking about, there's that happening too, so people are getting really desperate. Desperate. Yeah. So we'll hear a little bit more about the plague once I get to the guy at the top of the statue.
I guess this beats starving back home.
Did they find the shipment?
Yeah, I think we've got an intruder.
Oh, I wanted to hear dialogue.
Pig.
Good. You're nearing the command center. Agent Herman remains in captivity on the ground floor. We can probably get him out. Keep moving. Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will survive.
Alright, so we're back here now. So I'm just gonna be a little more sneaky this time so I can listen to their dialogue.
Did they find the shipment?
Yeah, we got the whole supply. You can see the ship's lights crossing the bay.
Guess y'all were right. So why are we pulling out?
Mike's on the horn. Jojo wants a lead on the distribution network.
Hell, we don't have enough men to protect what we've got.
That's what Jojo wants.
I wonder, how does a guy with a tattooed forehead get to be an NSF colonel? Pardon me, but back in Alabama, we wouldn't let a man who wears earrings plan a military operation.
I'd watch what I say about Jojo. He's got a temper.
He's a punk and he's gonna get us all killed.
The NSF is strong because it represents everyone's interests.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go downstairs because I wanted to rescue that Agent Herman guy that my guy in the chair was talking about. I'm just going over here because I want to see if there are any items to pick up. No.
Who was that? I didn't see a uniform. Pig.
That's okay. Go over here.
30 credits says I get it. Never killed a cop before.
Okay. I know I'm bad at this game. I mean, I could just be shooting the guys before they shoot me, but I prefer to do it the hard way and either sneak around them or stun them. At least at the beginning of the game. Later on, I guess to the point where I don't really care. So I could go ahead and disable this camera. Only take one of these multi-tools. That was a really weak camera. Usually it would be way harder to disable it, but this is near the beginning of the game, so they make things easy. So here's an ATM. You can actually get credits from ATMs. Credits in this game, that's money. So this is another way I could have gotten it. This is the key I got from the bum. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, I'm gonna stop being stupid at some point. Trust me. It's just been a really long time since I played this game. I know that's kind of a tired excuse at this point, but trust me, I do know what I'm doing at some level. Maybe. Where's the computer? I could have sworn it was out there by the door. I guess it's further out. I'm just gonna go ahead and incapacitate this guy.
I think Gunther is being held behind this laser-triggered alarm. If you don't want to set off the alarm, you can either hack the control panel in the doorway or find a way around. My blueprint of the statue shows a few air shafts.
See, I'm playing too dangerously, that's why I keep dying. So there's the robot. There's a computer right over there, but I need to wait for the robot to turn around. Turn around. set the turrets to attack people. I'm just going to turn them off. I found that password in a data cube. So, if you want to hack computers, you can either get a really good hacking skill, which I have no hacking skill at the moment, or you can just look around everywhere until you find the password. Because the bad guys in this game are really terrible at security. They always leave their passwords lying around. It's like a little pepper spray thing. But instead of shooting out pepper spray, it shoots plasma. Really kind of a crappy gun. Like you can't really kill anything in one hit with it, and it only has one shot. So I don't really know what the point is. But yeah, that exists. Wait for this guy now. Let's see, how do I want to handle this? I could pepper spray him. You have to make sure you knock them out on time, because otherwise they'll get to an alarm and then everyone will converge on you at the same time. Got another fire extinguisher. Alright, let me show you what fire extinguishers are for. I'm really going to use the darts. Now. Second thought, no, I should keep the darts. I'm gonna place the multi-tool with that. Did that guy see me?
This security setup is strictly amateur stuff. Keep an eye out for ways to bypass it. These old pre-millennial buildings are riddled with ventilation shafts and maintenance tunnels.
Ran out of inventory space. SFO1 smash, so that you can find the same password in two different places. Soy food, I might need that later. Now we have a bank account. So now we can go over to the ATM and empty someone's bank account. Because that's totally ethical. It's all official government business, right? I'll just pick this lock. I could use a grenade, but it's a very weak lock. I never did use my GEP gun on that robot. It's okay, I'll have plenty of opportunities to use it later. That was close.
I got this one.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Big guy. He can't hide for long. Keep looking. Something funny about that guy. Let's get the hell out of here.
Wait, are you serious? Why is it that I hit all the other guys and they didn't shoot back after I spray them, but not him? What's that all about? Alright, I'm gonna use distraction tactics this time. What kind of darts do I have in this thing? Yeah, just use regular darts. Here, watch this.
Wait. Quiet.
That's how you do it.
Nothing. I guess we're safe.
Yep, you're safe. No government agents here.
Is someone there?
Oh, he saw me. That's wonderful. I don't trust my baton anymore.
Wait. Quiet.
Yeah, I really used to be better at this game. I used to be able to do this whole thing without setting off one alarm, or even knocking out one of the terrorists. I could just sneak past everything. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm giving commentary. That's my
Gunther's in
excuse.
that room, one of our top agents.
So you can hide behind this camera by going down here. Shoot. Smash the skate. No. I think if you right-click that, then it goes immediately to bypassed. Nope. Doesn't do anything different. There's a lot of newspapers scattered throughout this game. There's like philosophical statements and whatnot. I could stop to read all of them, but that would probably bore most of you to tears.
Glad you're not hurt, Agent.
Command should not have left us to be surrounded.
Risk is part of the job. I think you lucked out this time.
Agent Navarra and I were ready to go in, but for no reason they said pull back. I do not retreat. Please give me a weapon and move out of the way.
As you wish. Take my pistol.
That will be adequate. I will secure this level. You proceed up the stairs to the command center at the top.
So when you do that, then he goes around and clears out all of the NSF guys. I don't really need to do that, I don't know, I like doing that because you get different dialogue from him later on. It's like there's a lot of stuff in this game that doesn't really serve any particular gameplay purpose, but you just like to do it because you know, you're really immersed in it, and you want Gunther to like you. Gunther's not even a real person. But you want to impress him. Where's that coming from? Ah! Hey, Gunther, you forgot him. Left one down here. Did I get him? Okay. Alright. Time for some bank fraud. 2, 3. I wonder if you can copy and paste in this. I never tried it. 230023 4558. Oh, you can copy and paste. Stealing is fun. Alright, what's my health status? All of the interesting stuff that I know about in this level. I think I'll just sneak past them.
Gunther has re-established contact. He says you helped him escape. Good work. Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him.
Let's get out of here.
I'm standing my ground.
Someone tripped the alarm downstairs. They're closing in.
This is it, Private. We knew it might come to this.
What good are we to the NSF if we end up dead?
If you Natco breach the perimeter, then it's already too late. Get ready to fight.
I swear I...
Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's Ambrosia shipment?
You're too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse.
Ask away. We already won this round.
Where are you taking it?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington.
You'll have to unload in New York because the choppers would spot you at sea.
I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth.
Well done. I will pass on your orders to the troopers. Report back to base on the west side of the island. Mission complete.
Just answer the question.
Don't believe me? It's all in the numbers. For 100 years, there's been a conspiracy of plutocrats against ordinary people.
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Number one, in 1945, corporations paid 50% of federal taxes. Now they pay about 5%. Number two, in 1900, 90% of Americans were self-employed. Now it's about 2%.
So?
It's called consolidation. Strengthen governments and corporations, weaken individuals. With taxes, this can be done imperceptibly over time.
The chief finally let us loose. We were right behind you and cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
I guarantee you that the interrogation staff at UNATCO will not be as forbearing as I am.
Yeah, the secret police. You're just bullies for a completely illegitimate government in Washington.
We will locate that shipment one way or another.
The entire executive branch is handpicked. 19 of the last 23 U.S. presidents have been members of the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is financed by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Don't tell me.
That's a think tank. Anyone can become a member.
But not everyone does. That's why they call it the secret government.
I'll take it from here.
You can't fight ideas with bullets. Did you ever ask what it's for? The surveillance, the police, the shoot-on-sight laws. Is that freedom?
Good work, Agent.
Your NATCO teaches teenagers to fight when it still seems like a game. And look at you. You're a killing machine.
I haven't killed anyone, but okay.
Who's the scary one, huh? Me or you? The more of us you kill, the more that secessionism lives in the hearts of the people. Ever wonder why big car companies pay 2% tax while the guys on the assembly line pay 40? Corporations are so big you don't even know who you're working for. That's terror. Terror built into the system.
Number one, that's terror. Number two.
We're gonna lock this guy away for a long time. I'll take it from here.
So anyone who's left over that you don't knock out just gets killed. So you'd probably, yeah, you'd save the maximum amount of lives if you just incapacitate everyone. But whatever. Doesn't matter. Won't change the dialogue, I don't think. And if there are any planted grenades left over, I think those are all gone too. Oh well.
They sent us in to pick up the pieces. We've already searched the bodies and...
Alright, now that there's nobody here to distract me, so go ahead and open this box.
Don't worry about the bodies. We'll handle the cleanup.
Minimum force won't work in the city. You better take some hardware.
I'll check back with you later.
I don't really need any of that anyway.
We've got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after Ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know UNATCO handled the Ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. UNATCO makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Just keep a level head. You're doing well so far. Now get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office, level 2.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
That's where you get the code to the door that I opened here earlier.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
Hell of a first day.
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? I guess not. Let's see. JCD, password, Bionic Man.
Hey, doctor telling me about augmentations and all that. Basically, you play as a guy who has a bunch of nanomachines in him that give him special powers, like the ability to turn his eyes into a flashlight and stuff like that. See, I picked up a canister in the statue. My menu ever decides to come up. Good God. I really gotta fix this. Microfiber muscle or combat strength. It's like each one of these that you get to choose between one of two augmentations. And you can only pick one of them, you can't have both of them. It's like if you find another one that has the same one, you can't, you know, add to it.
Your partner for the next assignment, Anna Navarra, is in the adjoining break room to the east. Maybe you should introduce yourself.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
My new partner, J.C. Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not Paul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Also, excuse me, I've got to be briefed by Mr. Manderley.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
See, he's sticking up for me because I rescued him inside the statue.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your orders.
Okay, I'll go follow my orders.
What's the idea, JC?
So now I have my boss's
I am not
username
going
and
to
password.
hold your hand. You have your orders.
I'll just go ahead and hack all of my associates' computers. No big deal. God, that is a loud transformer.
Before the briefing, you've got to go to level 3 for your equipment and a medical examination. See Jaime Reyes in the med center and Sam Carter in the armory.
I'm gonna go with this. It's really useful to be able to break stuff with low-tech weapons. The other thing just lets you lift really heavy things, and that, yeah, it's kind of useful sometimes, but not nearly as useful as the other thing. So here's level 4. Restricted area. Wonder what they're doing down here. We'll find out later.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC, about your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
Great. Have anything for me?
Not yet. But remember, if you find one of these canisters that you need a medbot for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Throwing knives. It's Latin. I don't know what that means.
Getting warm. You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Do I have the code to this door yet? God, these menus. It's killing me. Yeah, I don't have this code yet. There's a secret area in here. Yeah, this is where it is. They hide supplies down here. Office door key. Okay.
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
So this is what computers will look like in the 2050s. I always kind of assumed that the way it works is like...
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
He has implants in his eyes. That, or he's wearing glasses, so maybe like... He has a computer screen that he sees with his glasses. Here we go. So you can read Gunther's emails. It's like he wants a new upgrade. This is a skull gun, so he can shoot bullets from his face. Stuff like that. So both he and Navarre are kind of upset because they both feel like they're being outmoded by me and Paul. They can't really be upgraded because all of their body parts have been replaced with mechanical stuff.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
Sorry, sir, I can't carry anything else right now.
Oh, whoops. So JC says that his parents died in a car accident, but at the beginning of the game we saw somebody who was in a tube talking about primary and secondary units. So the primary unit is Paul, and I'm the secondary unit. So both of us were grown in tubes, but we think that we had parents.
So let's see. A stealth pistol and... what else do you think you'll need?
Well, I guess you could still have parents, like maybe they use their genes with, I don't know.
A smart lockpick is always handy.
That's right. Infiltrate and evade. Engage only on your own terms. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, what about that guy out front selling munitions? Is that allowed?
Oh, Kaplan, right. We've got some screwballs around here, but he's not the problem. It's whoever's been breaking into the armory.
Someone at UNATCO's a thief?
Yes, sir. And a damn good one.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your orders.
Way to go, sir.
I have to prepare for the mission.
If there's anything else I can break into. So I got an office key. There we go. Just gonna make my sniper rifle more accurate. And I'll give my stealth pistol a bigger clip. What's this scope? Yeah, I'll put a scope on my stealth pistol, why not?
Didn't know the NSF had so many people in New York.
So this key opens multiple offices, apparently. Alright. I want to try to hack into that ATM. This is just darts. Anything in here? Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't hack into it yet. Yeah, let's log into my boss's account. Emails from Gunther about the skull gun. Our little experiment should be arriving soon, clear with domination 5F ops as soon as possible, but proceed with caution. We have serious concerns about the primary unit and would like to avoid any potential contamination. It's all very vague. It's pretty heavily implied that they're talking about me. Although I guess I shouldn't be spoiling that. I don't know how obvious it is to someone who's never played this before. Oh well, too late.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarre, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir.
You'll come to admire your partner. She's one of our...
Alright. It's about a pretty good time to stop, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down to the dock and then go to New York City. I guess we're in New York City right now, technically.
The boat's ready.
Let's head out.